Hello everyone, my name is Fumichev, and I'm the France player in the Grisha versus Gunther second game. I have seen a lot of hate towards me and for what I did, so I thought this video would be kind of explaining and also showcasing my builds a bit. First of all, why Murmansk? Well, as you see here, it's a save right like before the war. It was Arhangelsk as well. The idea is like I land here, I land somewhere around here, and then I can probably make like a united front somewhere around here, which would at least greatly make Grisha greatly distracted and allow for our initial plan to go here. Now, our the first ever initial plan was for me to land in St. Petersburg. My friends pushed to Minsk, and Italy has a decision to just spawn troops in Smolensk, which would mean this whole area is pretty much under extreme danger of encirclement. Now, what did went wrong with that plan? First and foremost, the landing, but I think there is a really much bigger a factor at play. Now, if you look at my production, you see I'm making a lot of planes. Wow, great. And I'm also making carrier airframes. What's the catch? Naval fighters. Instead of making naval bombers, I forgot to check it, I made naval fighters, which resulted in him destroying my navy, because otherwise I just simply would out-stack him. Like I would just bomb his navy, and that would mean he probably could land here. Now, originally, as you've probably seen on stream, I did set a line for St. Petersburg. My team said, no, don't do that, please, or whatever, something like that. But I decided to listen, and also before the match, we also wanted to like land in the south. And some people said why we didn't land in the south. And if you still don't understand why I didn't do that, let me show you. Look at this. Like, he has a ton of divisions, like on every port here. They're literally everywhere. And even if I did try to land, so to say, it would probably not succeed, as I would only land like on this coast. And even if I did manage to land, he could pull some divisions from here to here. Like, he doesn't even need to bring all that much stuff, you know. But his biggest divisions were here. And they're pretty fat. And as you see, he'd probably have easily defended against me. Like, he got all that stuff here. In retrospective, maybe it could have worked, like, looking at how bad those divisions are. But still, he could have just easily came here and, encircled and stuff like that. It needs some testing, yes. Second of all, what a fault that I do admit is that I went too much in planes, because Grisha didn't really have a counter. He tried to do some stuff here, but it just got evaporated. Then he put everything in Moscow, and yeah. Now, some people say I should have done like CAS or Strat bombers. Now, why didn't I do CAS? I mean, it should be pretty obvious, because he had like, if you see his divisions, they got like a lot of like a whole ton of anti-air. And if you've seen the stat before, you could have easily just melted my CAS. Now, why didn't I do Strat bombers? Simple as they're expensive. Like I get the. I'll just really quickly make a lot of cruise missiles. As you see, it already exceeds thrust, so like I need to make, say, this. And if we do that, you can see they're already extremely expensive. Like, super expensive. You say, oh, but that's fine. If you just went a little bit off planes, then you could have done a lot of them. No. Like, this is 51 factories. If, of course, we do the proper trade and stuff like that, it could be a lot more, like 5 per day. But in essence, it would still be just not enough. Alright? Like, let's look at how much those 103 they don't. It would be like 1 or 2 per day, which just would not produce enough to make a proper difference. So instead, I went on a land. Yes, again. And Murmansk thing, I'll kinda succeeded, for my credit. I still managed to encircle him a bit, and I actually managed to distract him. And if my allies actually decided to push here in Romania, they would have done some damage to him here. Maybe they even managed to outdo some stuff here, while he was distracted by me. Uh, so I think now you understand me proper. Now let's quickly take a look at the builds of other players. Oh, Tom, if you didn't notice, uh, uh, yeah, no. As Stegel said, and also, uh, Stegel had a really good overview of this game. Like, he told me my mistake was, like, there was a supply hub uh, here. I should have like stayed here because then he couldn't push me because there is zero supply, and then I maybe managed to get to here, and then slowly push to St. Petersburg. And he also told me about the, like, not me but in general about the sea thing. And yeah, here I do actually agree with him. Now for the build, they did first FDP because they give construction bonuses and SPD. You may ask why, but because if we won, they would have gotten a cost reduction to the federalization decisions, which would be really great and allow us to annex the whole of EU like before the Second European War. Yep, Germany didn't do shit, and if you still want to blame it on me, then please notice that the Germany is the land controller of the entire NATO team. My main and primary job is to do air and not to let Russia bomb us, and everything else is completely secondary. Now, the next nation will be Poland, and with Poland we actually decided to do those like break three divisions, and as you see, they got good stats. Okay, not good, but for Poland, it's like the best. In retrospective, Poland should have done like also same thing as Italy and IFB breaks to probably cover the ports. Yes, but again, the port wouldn't be a non-factor if it was for the fact that I actually do a proper naval bombers instead of yeah, like our whole fate with the navy was decided just here. Actually, not Italy did some proper stuff. Now Italy. You just IFV mech rigs. Like, they actually got volunteers everywhere. It's not exactly right before the war, but they don't have the same for right before the war. Now, as you see, they do a lot of stuff, blah, blah, blah. They also do destroyers, and I actually think they also done helicopters. Yeah, like helicopters, they're really terrible at Navy, but because it's Italy and they cannot do proper stuff, this is the best we have got. So, in general, I hope you now understand that I'm not restarted, as some may people say, and I actually had proper ideas at the mind. The Murmansk landing was a failure, but in theory it could have succeeded. And the game wouldn't let me reassign, so like, naval invade St. Petersburg, then we would leave our homeland here. Yeah, this, in essence, what happened. Now, what do I have to say? If the third LARP war ever happen, I learned my mistakes. I will not land in Murmansk. I'll do proper, like, I'll go even less on air and instead produce a ton more other stuff, maybe even go strat bombers just to test it out. And I hope you don't hate me this much, and I hope you now see what I saw and what I thought. Thank you for watching. And since the Gunther vs Grisha is my big moment of publicity here, I think I'll actually start doing other videos on other topics. Like I could showcase the Fire Rises meta, I maybe got like another mods like Video Order, Red Dust, Millennium Down, and try some stuff there. So write in comments if you want to see more type of content, or if I just should not make any videos because I suck that much or stuff. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you really understood what I saw then, and you don't hate me this much.